inside all day.
You've been inside all day. What time did you get up?
I don't know, 8 o'clock.
Dude.
Something okay, but not like I can't be proud of. I can't be like all Jocko Willink.
I guess I would be proud if I got up at 5 and I worked out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially, and then you took pictures of your watch, the callus on your hands, and the sweat on the floor.
It's not my brand. Right? It's not my brand.
It's not your brand.
It's not my brand. That's all.
Yeah. That's the only thing that's holding you back.
It's not my brand.
It's not your brand.
Yeah, my brand is getting up later.
Yeah. Comfortable.
and
Eat
then
eat two bananas.
Yeah.
Eat 2 bananas. Leave the peel on my desk.
You know what I love doing if I'm like at home on a weekend, just wake up with Farah and then go out to eat. Not even make breakfast at home. Just go to like the Kensington Market.
Yeah.
And then have something like fishy with an egg.
I'm not passing judgment. I'm just pointing. I'm just pointing something out.
Yeah.
So a couple weeks ago, myself and my friend, we went to a couple open houses.
Right.
Some startups.
Right.
Startup open houses. You just walk in, talk to people. Mm-hmm. There's a lot to talk about actually about that, but I'll leave that alone for a second. Let's just go right where I was going to point out. So that was your date night. That was on a Thursday night.
Yeah, that was a date night.
That was a date night. So I've never, I've done date nights, right?
You're taking girls out on dates.
Exactly.
But you haven't done date night.
As a married couple,
Right.
Because I've never been married.
That's one.
Yes.
That would
and so
go
I don't know how that works. And the thing is that you were totally open and very generous to you guys can, we can go eat together. That was fine. That was fun. So that was cool. But when someone says date night, I was thinking something else in my head. We went to a good restaurant.
Yeah.
Restaurant was fantastic.
Gusto, right?
We went to Gusto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Toronto.
Yeah, by the way, they have that mushroom pasta. Should always get that. I had the octopus. It wasn't that great.
It looked cool though. It looked like you were like some sort of Kraken Slayer or something.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and I just ate the thing that I took down.
Yeah.
With
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here's the arms.
Yeah, it looks cool, but it was. You know who does octopus really well?
Aquaman.
When I went to the Dominican Republic, they had a lot of different types of octopus meals. They did it well. Anyway, you were dressed normally.
Yeah.
You were just dressed comfortably.
Right.
It wasn't bad.
No.
It just wasn't in my head. You had to dress up, and Farah was also comfortable as can be as well.
Yeah.
So I'm isn't part of the whole date night? Obviously, everyone different strokes for different folks. But do you not dress up? Because when you're saying Kensington Market, I'm oh man, you got to get up, line up the beard, and then dress up real nice just so you can sew brunch. I'd rather just have 2 bananas.
That's the cool thing about being walking distance. I'm not dressing up, and she's not dressing up because we're in our neighborhood.
Right.
Even if we go to a nice place, which we do sometimes, just just get in there. Just be all right, they must live around here. He's wearing flip-flops.
Right. Okay.
You know? So yeah, it's fun that way. Plus, date night's all about just being comfortable and eating well. That's all. Ideally, walking distance, just hassle-free. You get done and you're let's go home and go to bed.
Okay.
It's really nice.
Okay. I commend you for it. That seems like it would be a very thing because immediately when I'm all right, if I go to brunch, I'm gonna have to throw on a cardigan or something.
I don't know. You know what? You would be able to probably pull that off after being married for a while. For me, I'm not putting on a cardigan unless Yasin's going to be there. He said wear a cardigan, so I got a cardigan. Also, the cardigan I have is borrowed from Yasin.
Yeah.
So you would be able to do that, but because you also be comfortable like that too.
Yeah.
Right? You can wear something like that and be comfortable. But if you're in Toronto, you're just going out. It's 5 minutes walk.
Just go out.
You're good.
Yeah.
I
mean, this is very, very comfortable.
Yeah.
By the way.
But imagine having
imagine having a wife and then still being this comfortable.
Right, because your wife is also totally comfortable like that. Not shitty.
Things to look up to. Things to look forward to.
Right, not shitty. Now, I don't mean you're just hey, can you comb your hair? It's greasy. This is my wife's voice, not mine, because her hair is normally fine. But I would just say, hey, this is my minimum.
Yeah.
Just increase your minimum a little bit.
That's it.
That's it.
All right, fair enough.
All right. So that's a date night. I like a nice.
Well, yeah. Thanks for letting us crash your date night.
No, man, we'd enjoy doing that. I went on a date night last week with some people and never had oysters.
Yeah.
So we did date night, and then after that, we took them for literally 2 oysters each, and that was fun too.
That's it. Just two.
Because they've never had oysters,
and you didn't want to roll the dice on people
I was
these are variables.
Yeah, and I was
expensive.
we'll pay for this. Cause like, oh, we kind of made them. Like, I'm not gonna pay like $4 an oyster. Son.
Right. You went to Rodney's, yeah.
You know it. Yeah, we went to Rodney's.
Yeah. Man, I wouldn't mind going back again. I went last year with someone. It was really nice.
Yeah, I like Rodney's. I actually only been once this year. Oysters, man. It's a weird thing.
It's a weird thing.
You could tell people must have gotten really hungry.
Yeah. They're like, oh, this booger inside.
Yeah.
Let's take it.
You want to eat this booger? You just slurp this booger down.
Do you have some relish? It pairs well with this booger.
And some of those might, they smell bad. It wasn't being kept well at all. Not at Rodney's. Of course, everything is fine there. Oh, okay. But, when people originally started eating oysters, or you find
Can't
oysters.
be great.
Can't be that good.
Yeah, that's
They have rocks in there and shit. Some of them have a pearl.
So that's when poor people became richer. They're like, yo, there's pearls in these things.
Maybe.
Yeah. We just need to find 100 more.
I worked for a company briefly that was an oyster farm company.
Right. So they would take a grain of salt and then just throw it in the mouth of an oyster.
Ooh, I didn't know that. Maybe.
Yeah, you can't.
Is that how it works?
Well, that's the way how pearls work.
Is that right?
I'm assuming they have a lot of oysters, right?
Yeah.
And not all of them have leaky mouths.
Okay.
Right? They just have regular. They work well.
You're talking like a fisherman. Keep it going.
And then you just take a grain of salt and you just shove it into their mouth.
Oh.
And then that's it. I'm assuming that's the way how that works. I'm pretty sure I'm close.
So this oyster farm was only for food oyster farm. It wasn't a pearl oyster farm.
Oh, then it's the other thing. Then there's no shoving in mouth.
unless one of these guys is an asshole.
Either that or he's trying to do a hustle on the side.
Yeah, we just I get turned on by oysters.
No, I just meant
Sorry.
Where did you go? Where are we, bro?
I don't know. I'll bring it back. But yeah, it was really cool because they would take a string kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you would tie an oyster every so many feet. Mm-hmm. And you just leave it in this water that is very good for oysters to eat the sediments that they need to eat. Right. So it's just all these lines.
Right.
There's 40, 50 strings with 10 to 30 oysters on each. And you just leave them in there for X amount of months. You pull them out and you shuck them and you eat them.
What do oysters eat? Let's find out.
Probably whatever just floats into their stupid heads. I mean, they're not doing a lot, right?
Why is so mean?
Because some creatures just, they're like, hey, I couldn't be bothered to even evolve into something that does something, right?
What do oysters
do? What's their purpose?
What do you do?
I don't even know if they eat anything. I don't know what eats them other than us.
They eat phytoplankton.
Yeah, that makes
small
sense.
bits of algae suspended in the water.
Right.
They are filter feeders, and it means that they obtain their food by filtering water
in and out of their
gills. Sometimes they're referred to bottom feeders, but don't mistake them as detrivores, as in they don't eat detritus.
Yeah, don't get it twisted, people. These guys are detrivores.
Yeah.
Get your shit straight.
Whatever they can't eat or digest, they expel as feces or pseudo-feces. No, unlike myself. Unlike myself.
Sorry.
What is pseudo-feces?
Your feces. Or your feces. You're not pseudo. If you're even pseudo-feces, you're feces. No.
Oysters are voracious eaters. Adult Virginia oysters can filter up to 50 gallons of water per day. 50 gallons of water. I wonder how many gallons of air we breathe.
I don't think that's how you measure air, but...
To demonstrate the filtering power... there is a fascinating time lapse of some oysters in a tank doing their thing, but we won't watch it.
Thanks. Thanks for literally flashing that at me.
How much air does
a person breathe in a day?
I know. I'm not talking to my phone. I'm sorry.
It's
bro.
okay, man. That's life. I know you. I'm not gonna.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, go ahead.
And by the way, it is the proper thing, gallons. But now this is in metrics because, the average adult when resting inhales and exhales about 7 to 8 liters per minute. That totals about 11,000 liters per day. So that 20% of that is oxygen.
Good.
Yeah. And then exhaled is about 15% oxygen. So we only process the 10% of the oxygen that's in the air. Or 5%, sorry. You know that. What?
No, it's good.
What?
No, it's good to know.
I just wanted to know and I wasn't going to stop. I was going to stop. I got to keep going.
You can probably ask better questions like how much does a person pee? That might actually surprise you. Air, it's hard to quantify.
We just quantified
How much
it.
does a person? Yeah, but it's like hard to even be like surprised by it. Like, what does a gallon of air look like? Even.
I'm assuming a liter.
Shut up! I know what it looks like. I'm just saying, it's hard to. All right, cool.
I feel like you just don't want to use your brain on this one.
No, because like it's just going in and out so quickly that it's almost hard to say that you did anything with it. Does that make any sense?
I don't know, man.
I guess not.
I'm just giving you some information, bro.
I know. I'd be like, I would want to know other things. That's all.
Okay. I can Google that other thing if you want.
No, it's fine.
Okay. Oh, I once Googled how much fart was inside an airplane, like fuselage while it's in the air.
What was the answer?
It was a liter thing, so I'm not even going to do
Yeah,
it because
I know.
you're not going to be able
Once
to
again-
quantify it.
See, this is what I need. There's some sort of frame of reference I need. I need to say, hey, this is a normal fart. You know, like, I don't know. I want to be impressed, but I don't know what to compare it to.
Interesting.
I don't compare any other gases.
I think it turned out to be like 40% of the air inside a cabin after an 8-hour flight.
Oh my God.
Yeah, or something along those lines.
Jeez.
Yeah, because it's all just recycled air. Just
How, is it bad for you?
No, it's fine.
It's fine.
Obviously, no one's dying.
So what's like the LD50? Like what's the critical mass for fart to kill him per like a
I believe that would be methane, right? And then if it was
Right.
methane, then
methane's no good for a lot
yeah.
of
But I don't
things.
think they have a lot
If
of.
you're in the
methane
airplane, right? They're like, "Hey, we can't land, and we have enough oxygen. The bad news is, we have too much fart in the cabin." Bertha, and just points at one lady. She's like, "What? What do you-
I can't
Is there
do
a
it.
number?
I can't do it. There was a Vice.com. There was a Vice.com article that
See?
went through the whole
Watch out.
whole thing of it. It's a
You ever smell a cow fart?
it's some guy wrote an essay.
You ever smell a dog fart?
No, I haven't. I've had a
You-
very good life.
You're so first world. You haven't even smelled farts of any other animals and humans.
I'm assuming yes. I mean, like the thing is that like it's not.
I'm assuming yes. How would like? Hey, is that a rat? You know, that's true. You're right. How would you know?
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
So you have. So clearly,
Elephant.
talk of your
Once.
elephant.
Yeah.
Okay, what were you at a zoo? Because that's still first world.
Yeah. No, I was at a zoo in Pakistan.
All right, so
So,
somehow-
now what?
so
now
somehow-
what? Right? I mean, that elephant was. So we were in the thing where you get to ride the elephant.
Yeah.
So that's that kind of zoo.
Yeah.
So the line to go ride the elephant goes right behind the zoo. And we were right behind the elephant. And this is the bad part. Very much farted. And we all thought it was funny. And then we smelt it.
Yeah.
And then it sharted on us. This line is no joke, at least 3 hours long. So when you get behind the elephant and it sharts on you,
You have 3 hours left to go.
no, you're still going to get on this elephant smelling like shit because you're not getting out of line.
Well, okay.
Because I made it all the way to the elephant. And he didn't poop on us. He just sprayed us generally.
I feel like that's.
and you're
worse.
already in Pakistan. So, like, how clean were you to start off with? Right?
Oh my god, this is horrible.
And then we just took our shirts off and left it and got on the elephant. I don't think we even got those shirts back.
No, you don't get the shirts back. You don't have
No.
that. You don't have to ask. That would have ruined my day.
Yeah, but,
Like I'm very uncomfortable.
well, what'll cheer you up is an elephant ride.
No.
Not now, but if you were little. Right? If you were little, that might.
Yeah, that's true. Fair
That
enough.
might be like.
Fair enough.
yeah.
Right now, that's the game over. That's the day.
Yeah, but then it's a cool story. It's like, we saw an elephant, it pooped on us.
Right,
And then we
right.
took our shirts off and rode an elephant.
I don't know. That's even a story that I would sparingly tell.
Well, here's my time. This is me. So yeah, alhamdulillah.
Well, thank you for sharing.
You know what's
Sharing that.
infuriating is when you're in Pakistan, Karachi, and we were visiting from Nevada, and some of the animals were wrongly labeled, right? Like they were badgers,
Yeah.
and they were very obviously
Here
badgers.
is a skunk.
And it said like meerkat,
Yeah.
and you're like, that's not a meerkat, that's a badger. You know, like, yeah, there was a zebra and it said wild horse, and that one was the worst one.
I mean, it is technically a wild horse.
It's true, but it's very obviously a zebra, right?
In an Egyptian zoo, they had a donkey they spray painted with white stripes.
That's proper,
And then
man.
they call it a zebra.
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah.
For a while, it probably looked a lot like a zebra.
Yeah.
That's pretty entrepreneur. I don't even know what to do with that. People do things, man.
Well, you know.
People got to do things. It's just when the zoo's trying to trick you, it's funny.
This reminds me.
What's up?
Did you ever get around watching that Mo Amer special?
I watched the first 6 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
His first 6 minutes is the one that he's been doing for the last 2 years or 3 years.
Yeah. We can talk bad about Mo Amer.
I'm gonna.
All right, go ahead, man. I haven't seen the whole thing. I wish I could defend the man or jump on with you and stab him.
All right, listen. The thing is that this was a pretty big special, right? You know, it's a new Netflix special. It's a big thing. But this is his first run, so maybe it takes longer for him to like build up good material, right? For you to be able to get a solid hour.
I feel like the first one is normally it's like
One of
stuff
the
you've been
strongest.
working. Yeah, generally,
strongest,
sometimes.
Yeah, and maybe he just has the misfortune of having some of his earlier bits do really well and become viral, right? And one of them was the whole when he met what's his name, Trump's son.
Yeah.
He got upgraded.
Jr.
Yeah, he got upgraded to first class. Ended up beside him. So that went viral, and I'm assuming that's also the reason why a lot of people got to see his other bits and things like that. But the problem is that you know I watched the full thing, and it's okay, just not strong. I don't think it was strong, and I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently he is Dave Chappelle's protege, and I expected more.
I think that's cool. The rappers have comedians have proteges.
Yeah, I expected a little more just because like I felt like if you're under the direct tutelage of arguably one of the best,
This is a weird thing we're talking about, though, right?
No, I understand that, but maybe Dave can't teach and he can just do real well.
I don't know any comedians that teach other comedians.
No, there's a lot of comedians that have like, I'll take you on tour with me and we'll hang out together and then stuff like that. I mean, I'm assuming, dude, it's not a Padawan, all right?
No,
like,
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, Dave didn't teach this guy nothing. Like,
no, but like he's always like this is part of the crew and things like that. I just think that there would be more to it.
Yeah,
I felt like there would be more to it, specifically on like delivery and all that other stuff. But whatever, man. That's his first. So we gotta look at the second.
I
and
hadn't
third.
even heard of this guy until last week.
Okay.
When 3 white people told me to come watch his special for some reason.
You saw his like smaller bits earlier on.
I've seen one of his bits, and I saw him on the Donald Trump thing, and I thought I was like, all right, and that's all I knew him from.
Not
Actually,
bad.
yeah.
Representing.
Netflix has so many specials at this point; it's hard to keep up with all of them.
Yeah, kinda. But there's a lot that are weak as fuck.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many bad ones that
It's a great time for it to be like to
be Mo Amer, where you get a Netflix special.
Yeah, but that you know, it was okay. What was you went to see the other Muslim guy.
The other Muslim guy, Kumail Nanjiani?
No,
Aziz
man.
Ansari?
You know who I'm talking about.
Riz Ahmed?
Hasan Minhaj.
I saw Hasan Minhaj.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Sorry.
At the top of the list, also Aziz Ansari, not Muslim.
Dev Patel?
You are reaching, bro.
Yo,
you
man,
are
Aziz
reaching.
got a Muslim name.
Yeah, so that's good enough?
I'm sure he gets a hard time flying. He's coming next month.
Yeah.
He's trying to charge a lot. I'm like, hey, man, you just had some shit go down. Can you discount these prices?
Sit down, be humble.
Yeah, literally $100 a ticket, dude.
Oh, where's he going at?
I think it's like the Roy Thompson Hall or something.
Okay. Well, he's a classy type of guy. Anyway, back to Hasan Minhaj.
Solid show, dude.
Was it good?
It was good. Highly recommend.
Okay, was it storytelling or was it like how was it?
Last 30 minutes is solid like jokes and storytelling. Jokes. And the first, I would say 30 minutes is a lot of like
This is my
Daily
life.
Show
This is where I'm going.
2.0. No, it's not. It was a lot of like America and the flaws, which is funny because he also acknowledged like, I know I'm in Canada. I'm talking about America a lot because I'm like, yeah, you've been touring this America material in America this whole time.
That's all. You know, you don't have anything that you can like, deliver here.
But it was funny. It was poignant. But the second half, he talks about having his daughter, proposing, Don't watch him on Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel or anything because he does
all of this.
do the closer.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
He does a closer on an interview.
All of the interviews is him doing the closers.
Oh, man.
So oddly enough. But yeah, good show. Check it out. I think it's on Netflix in like a week or so.
Yeah. I just see. Oh, well, whatever. It's all good. Support.
Hodo.
Hasan Minhaj. I think his first show was solid, and I was
solid.
I was waiting for the second one to see how it is, but like I'll just wait until it gets released. And
Yeah. It's good enough.
it,
People should like it. Actually, I liked it.
It's easy to
Hey man,
ignore him.
it's he has some laughs in there. Some parts where you're like, yeah, that's freaking
good.
funny, man.
That's good.
And Hodo Hersey opened for him. And
Steady killing it.
steady, killing it. Very polished. Brought it,
yeah.
and it was a good show, man. She did a good job. Good showing.
All right, that's cool.
Hodo blowing up.
Yo, I wonder if she's ever gonna be like less busy to just drop by. Just drop by on the
She'll
podcast.
drop by now. She was doing like sketch comedy and random stuff last time we were
Yeah.
having her on.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
She's like, I gotta buy a train station. I gotta buy a train station for a video.
Oh man.
I don't know what that
Well, good
means.
for her.
Good
But
for her.
It'd be fun. It'd be fun to have her on the podcast.
Yeah, man.
All right, cool. So we'll check out. We'll check Hasan Minhaj out. You know what I like?
Tell me.
This is what I like, bro. Like comedians that everywhere they go, they're making funny jokes, and then when you go and watch the stand up, it's not the same stuff.
Yeah.
It's hard to do,
Right.
but there's compilations of Kevin Hart and Bill Burr, especially Bill Burr, just at interviews and talk shows and radio shows and whatnot. You never hear the same stuff again.
Yeah.
But it's freaking hilarious.
Right.
In the moment of like, there was a video clip of him just talking shit about a stadium, just a stadium,
Yeah.
like an arena. And it was a 5-minute bit, and it was freaking solid.
Yeah.
And he's like, next week we're gonna go to this other stadium, and then he's gonna rip on them.
That's the stupid thing about those talk shows where sometimes you have like a Bill Burr and you can just have a conversation. Other times the host is like, so I heard you were at the DMV last week. Right? Those
Just setting you up.
assholes, right. I heard you had a kid. Yes. And then it's like this 4 minutes very
Yeah.
polished and you're like,
Yeah,
you knew he had a kid.
that's Conan. That's Conan. That's
Leno.
that's
It's
what's his name?
infuriating.
What's the other name? Jimmy Fallon. Everyone likes
Fallon.
Jimmy, but
Everybody likes Jimmy. Why not?
man, that guy. Sometimes he laughs. His laugh is an interrupting laugh.
Dude, I don't know if you ever watched Saturday Night Live. You know,
he laughs all the time.
He
yeah.
was laughing. He's breaking out of character constantly.
Yeah, that was fine because I somehow
guess
felt like
so.
it was a little adorable.
Yeah.
But like now when he's doing a talk show, what will happen is that someone will say something and then he will repeat the last thing he says and then laugh really loud about it.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
I think that's a skill. I think that gets you places. I think if you're good at faking a laugh after the last word,
oh boy.
Chris Hardwick does it too. He laughs a lot.
Yeah, but he doesn't cut the person off.
It's true, but I'm like, man, I wish I was that good at laughing. I kind of have to need to laugh if I want to laugh.
You can laugh.
Yeah.
You know what? There's a strong difference between your I genuinely appreciate you're a very judgmental
Right.
laugher.
Sure.
That's what it is.
You get quiet when you laugh. You shouldn't even talk. When you start really laughing, you get quiet. You go, and then you at the end come back,
Yeah, I just breathe. Stop.
and it's just like, all right, man.
That's true.
I didn't even know you were laughing for the first 6 seconds, and you laugh for bap bap, and that was your laugh. You laughed for 8 seconds, 2 noises.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
So I know you ain't talking about. No, sorry, I guess we aren't talking about you. There's laughters.
in other news,
Yeah,
there's a
man, you built that up.
there's another HBO, not another. There is an HBO episode something produced by LeBron James. Okay, it's LeBron James, Drake, and some other guy that I probably should know, sitting in barber chairs.
Right.
But the barber chairs are facing each other.
Yeah.
Like the
Right.
trio is facing each other.
Are they getting haircuts while they're getting?
One of them is getting a haircut. Someone is lining up LeBron's beard while Drake is talking about how Kanye West snaked him
Jeez.
and how like they were working together on one of Kanye West's songs, and Drake was writing for him. And they were like, yeah, you know, we're all family. It's all whatever. They had like a connection, this whole thing. And Kanye even says like, you know, for me to be able to help you, I want to be sort of like a mentor type of thing, whatever. I want to be able to like, whatever. You know how Kanye talks, fucking crazy dude.
Right.
Yeah, you know, he's like, I'm going to conquer the world, whatever. I need you to help me, help you, whatever. And so, you know, Drake starts talking, tells him a little bit about his son, tells him about how that situation went down, that whatever, they've had a conversation. And then that's how Pusha T had all of that information for that diss. And
what's LeBron have to say about this?
LeBron, yeah, exactly. What does LeBron have to say about this?
I'm like legitimately curious.
And then you know, Drake was, you know, messaged LeBron and said, I hope I'm not letting you down by not replying to this diss. And then LeBron said, what'd I say? When they asked LeBron, what did you say? LeBron looked over to Drake and says, what did I say? Anyway, essentially he was like, you will never, as a hip hop historian, I selfishly want you to reply to that diss, but you'll never let me down. You could never, ever, ever let me down.
God dang.
Woo! There's a lot of bro moments in that.
It's pretty heavy in the bro moments.
You'll never ever let me down. It was like these nods, this powerful beard nodding with him, right? And then Drake was like, and then that's it. You know, I wanted to do it, and like the chess move was amazing. It's either I go filthy all the way in, or I take an L. But he's like, I'm pure. I'm okay. I'm good with this. I'll take the L.
This is heavy in the barbershop, man.
Heavy in the barbershop. Also, completely shot in black and white. It's freaking dope, bro.
That sounds pretty dope.
You should probably watch this.
I did not realize that was
Yeah, I don't know either, because Drake never does interviews or whatnot. He like controls the narrative that way.
Yeah.
So he makes a show, and you know, it's so nonchalant while they're talking. You can see LeBron puts his head up. He's getting like the bottom of his beard edged, and it was so much. It was so comfortable. It was a weird thing. It was weird, but it was really, really cool to watch.
These shows are getting out of hand, by the way.
Yeah, so check that out. It was on HBO, but you can watch like shitty versions of it on YouTube. It's good enough for you to be able to hear what
Everything
it is.
is like a concept interview now.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, eat these hot wings in an ice bath in a barber chair. Like, okay, what else? In this classic car while having a coffee. It's like, all right. It's like,
yeah, but you know what? The thing is that like, I feel like when you inject a setting or a concept, it breaks down 2 or 3 barriers quicker. Right. And so you can get behind someone, you can not disarm them, because disarm sounds like a bad way of saying it, but like you can break down a couple shields or like pieces of armor.
Yeah.
And then you get like,
I think that's a good idea. Have like, having smoothies while riding a horse.
Or
like,
something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
You know, be driven by a computer car. While whatever.
See, the thing is that like, you know, I think also people are starting to understand that the art form can be many things, and depending on what you want to get out of it. And so what you got out of that was because Drake obviously is an actor,
right?
So you know, if we can't say that we're getting 100% pure Drake, what we're getting right there is like a version of what he wants to show us. But the thing is that when you put it in that setting, it feels like he's speaking more truth than he would be if he was in another level or a different type of interview.
Right, yeah, exactly. It's not an interview.
Right? Exactly.
This is
it's
just
like
a barbershop
exactly.
conversation like the boys do.
If anything, not only does it disarm them, but it also disarms the viewer. When the viewer goes and says, like, I feel like a true connection with these people. It's very smart and super calculated. It was amazingly well done. Did you see the interview with Jay-Z and... This was around the time after the release of 444.
Okay.
It was for a really popular. It's not Washington Post. I'll look it up. But
Okay.
did you see that?
No.
Man, it was a very real interview that you've never seen of Jay-Z before.
Really?
Yeah, it was. You know, and he goes into, obviously because Jay-Z's like almost like a statesman now.
Right.
You know.
He disowned Kanye.
Oh, did he?
Said not talking to Kanye. Beyonce or Jay aren't talking to Kanye.
Because of the Donald Trump thing.
The shenanigans.
Yeah. All right, we'll get into that in a second.
Kanye's cut. I didn't realize you'd be talking so much about hip hop and Kanye and stuff. Keep going though. I want to hear about this article.
It's, you know what? Let me bring this up real quick.
Yeah.
But like, tell me more about
It's that, and
It's
that's as
just
deep
that?
as I got into that, right? Because I was like, I couldn't give two shits what Jay-Z thinks about Kanye. I'm glad. If I had a friend like Kanye, if Kanye was my friend, I would let him believe he's my friend and then check in on him on Eid, and that's about it. Other than that, I'm not calling Kanye. I'm like, what's going on, Kanye? You be mad about something? Like Kanye?
Yeah, Jay-Z and Dean Beckett
Sure. I don't know who this is.
for the New York Times.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like you just watch it and it feels like it's super classy. But this is
Nice.
this is it. This is the way how it's set up.
oh, that's really well done. It's like a news story. Look how chill Jay looks.
Yeah, he does.
Just like,
Also, like you wouldn't know that he was a billionaire.
nah, man, that guy looks like a billionaire to me. That guy looks like $1 million.
Just with his white T-shirt and
Oh
that jacket.
yeah, man, that jacket and that white t-shirt, the way he's just leaning on a super expensive couch with art in the back. That guy looks like $1
Yeah.
million.
Yeah, that interview looked like it was shot by
Time magazine or
no
something.
who's the director for Gone Baby? No, not Gone Girl.
Gone Girl, David Fincher.
There we go. Looks like it was shot by David
David
Fincher.
Fincher. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
If you could use like a genius to kind of do a throwaway video.
yeah. Can you imagine? He
This
gets-
interview shot by Steven Spielberg. Shyamalan. There's a.
I'm done with Spielberg.
If
Whatever.
it's a Shyamalan interview, it'd be like a 2% at the
in
end.
the
You figure out-
background, you see an alien.
At the end, you figure out it's a third person the whole time. You're like, oh my god, Johnny Depp's been here the whole time. That'd be a Shyamalan interview.
Yeah, we're
Why?
actually in his house.
yeah,
One of 14.
that would be the Shyamalan interview. That guy's having a rough time right now, man.
No, he's not. He's got Split did well.
Yeah. I'm talking about Johnny Depp. Cool.
Oh.
Though, I got you. The Split did well,
Yeah.
and this next thing,
Glass?
this next Split version with Bruce Willis.
Is it called Glass?
Is it Glass? Yes, it is Glass. It's definitely Glass. That one looks good.
Looking forward to it. Did you watch Split?
Can you say that slower?
Did you watch Split?
Yes. I liked it. You almost barked at you. That's it. That's supposed to make sense of this shit.
I loved Split.
Yeah, I thought it was a good movie. Acted beautifully. They did a good job building up tension.
Oh, man.
Crazy characters.
Tension indeed.
Yeah, I felt nervous the whole time. This next one too, man.
Yeah.
They're probably going to give the lead to one person, right? Because it does have Bruce Willis, Samuel Jackson, Professor X. What's his name? John McAvoy.
Yeah, it's McAvoy. Yeah.
All right, perfect. So yeah,
They should give it to McAvoy.
They give it to McAvoy.
They should give it to McAvoy.
Strong, kid, strong.
Without a doubt. He had to do seven different humans, seven
should get-
different people, personalities.
Ask for some money
Yeah.
and be like, "Hey, I'm 7 characters here, man.
Yeah.
At least pay me for 4."
Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson. It's very hard to watch a Samuel L. Jackson.
It's a tough time
Yeah.
because I don't know why. I just feel like you know what he's bringing. You're kind of annoyed by it.
I'm a little annoyed by it now.
But I saw like what's the Hateful Eight?
No, he was great in that.
It's great in that. He can still, carry a movie as long as he doesn't start Samuel L. Jacksoning it up too much.
Yeah. Hateful Eight is good also by virtue of the fact that it is a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
So that the script carries a lot of it and the way how it's shot and things like that. So
masterful.
it's exactly
Those
masterfully
scenes-
done. Spectacular. The entire thing's shot mostly in one cabin and the
Yeah.
fact that you see new things every time.
Right.
So amazing.
Just a random character enters, changes the dynamic.
Yeah, for
Plus,
sure.
it let Samuel L. Jackson be Samuel L. Jackson. That one, he was cursing and yelling all sorts of shit.
Yeah, he does. He does do that. Have you seen
Yeah.
The Magnificent Seven?
Yes.
That is a movie that didn't get it's not that as popular as it should be, I feel.
The Magnificent Seven. Is that the one with Sean Connery?
No.
Okay. Wait, who's in this?
Denzel Washington and Jurassic Park guy, Chris Pratt.
Shit, I haven't seen this movie.
What? Yeah, okay. That makes sense. It kind of proves my point that it's not as popular, but it should
What's
be.
the Sean Connery movie I'm thinking of?
I don't know. All right, so I'm going to rattle off some names over here from Magnificent Seven, which rated 7.1, and I feel like they could have done, we should have done better, but whatever. People are haters. Here we go. Directed by Antoine Fuqua.
Oh. It's a good director.
He is indeed a good director. Hold on one second. I'm gonna. All right. Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt,
Damn.
Ethan Hawke, Vincent. You won't know that guy. And then the rest of them are people that we don't really know.
All right.
Peter Sarsgaard.
I know Peter Sarsgaard.
Yeah, you know him. And then, yeah, you've seen the rest of them. You've seen their faces, but you don't really know, and they're not of note. But
Thanks for knowing me so well. You're just like, you don't know that guy. Like, you don't know what I know. I'm on the internet a lot.
nonetheless,
Yeah.
great Western movie. Very, very basic.
All right.
Bad guy moves into town. He's mining for gold. He's using people from the town to mine the gold. They're dying. Water's no good.
Water's no good.
You know.
There's a snake in my boots.
And then they trying to rise up.
Yeah.
Rich guy shoots them down, kills a bunch of people.
Who shows up?
A woman decides to go to another town.
Yeah.
Try to find aid. Runs into Denzel Washington. Denzel's like, I'm not doing anything else.
Right.
And then all of these Western men meet each other in men-like ways in a bar fight. Yeah, the
With
bar
one of those
shootout.
doors that you can push
Oh
open?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the floors are squeaky when people walking in, but it wasn't squeaky when every normal people walk. The floorboards don't squeak. They only squeak when significant characters
know
walk
when to
through.
squeak.
They know when to squeak.
I'll squeak for this guy.
And then another one was Ethan Hawke's character hangs out with an Asian guy.
Crazy.
Yeah. And so the
What's the Asian guy's name?
What?
Is it something stereotypical?
No, I don't
Is it-
remember.
Okay.
I don't remember. Nonetheless,
Right.
Ethan Hawke makes money by getting people to bet against the Asian guy on a fight, like a gun duel. But the Asian guy uses knives instead of a gun.
Oh, man.
So he's drawing and throwing a knife quicker than the guy can pull a gun out of a holster and shoot him.
God dang.
And that's, he's doing that. It's like a parlor trick. He's making mad money that way. Not mad, just enough to get by. Nonetheless.
If you're throwing knives in a gunfight, I would hope
you're
making more money than just to get by.
I know, right? That'd be like, that is a very...
It's a high-risk maneuver, my friend. I hope your payoff is appropriate.
It is a fun movie, man.
All right, Magnificent Seven.
Magnificent Seven.
Let's do it.
Yeah. What are you looking? You want to go? Am I keeping you from something?
I was trying to see how hard can we transition from Magnificent Seven. I'm like, we got 20 minutes. I'm like, what do you do from here?
Dude, this is easy. All right, people. We just watched a wicked video. This high school in Arizona.
Yeah.
For their homecoming. Which, by the way, what is homecoming? Can you explain to me as a person from the United States?
Okay, this is what I know of homecoming is generally a celebration of your sports teams or your school programs at a specific time of year, normally around the beginning of the year.
Okay.
And then you'll have a celebration of whatever programs you have going on. For us, it was football and basketball.
Right.
For other schools, it's the arts. This school, it was definitely the arts.
The Walden Grove High School dance team.
They ain't messing around.
They put on a show.
They put on the show.
Oh my God. It was of Harry Potter.
Right.
And people, we can't explain to you how awesome how long is this video? Hold on one second. We'll
Felt like 7 minutes, man.
Yeah, it did 6 minutes and 35 seconds.
Saying it felt awesome.
But every moment of that 6 minutes and 35 seconds, amazing.
You're entertained.
Yeah, I'm gonna post that up on I'll post it up on the Crash and Flow page. But definitely watch that shit.
I was not involved with anything that cool in high school. Just trying to go under the radar for the most part.
Really?
Yeah, right? Wouldn't most people?
I mean, yeah, I was tried if I could dig a tunnel underneath the radar, I would do that.
Okay.
Didn't want to be seen at all. Didn't want to be seen at all. If I could just stay inside, I would have.
Yeah. Man, this guy's under a radar. Shit.
I just didn't like school.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. That's most people. I hated school as well. Just trying not to have conversations with people that are very loud.
That was your main problem. My problem was actually getting assaulted.
Yeah, that's for that reason. That's what you do. You're just trying not to talk to people.
Yeah.
Because you might get beat up.
Yeah.
That might happen.
I feel like maybe if I did take a sport, here's the way. Okay, I wasn't athletic, wasn't good at anything.
Yeah.
We had this, it was called the Fall Classic, I think.
Okay.
I forgot what it was called.
Sure.
Basically, it was like a 2K run.
Okay.
That would, like we all had to do it.
Yeah.
I remember one year I faked an injury.
Is that bad 2K?
It was bad for me back then. I mean, obviously 2K now is not a problem for me, but
I see.
but holy crap.
And people were picking on you. They were like, "Why can't you run?"
All I'm saying is this, right?
Yeah. 1K, Yasin.
If you end up, you got to be good at something.
You got to be good at something.
From the like kind of in the beginning, because when that happens, you have that one thing that you're good at, which then you can kind of hold on to, and that kind of like becomes your
rock of confidence.
Yes, exactly.
That you need to bleed into other things.
Exactly. And if you're not good at something early on, you are too like at least for me when I was a kid, I was too scared to try something and look foolish doing it. And so then as a result, you never really evolve or become better or develop good at like floor hockey or like whatever sport or whatever thing it is, right? And then for regular school, I could just never stay focused anyway. So it was like I wasn't good at it until like.
Could you pretend you were good at certain things, like anything at all that like you felt like you were good at, even in hindsight, you weren't really that good at? So I'll say like drawing. Some kids are like, I could draw, but in actually they're dog shit. But they get confidence from something they're telling them that like they're good at.
I don't know if people not getting into school fights as a result of their drawing ability.
True.
But like if you can play soccer real well. There's some reason I feel like there's a small level of like respect that you get that you wouldn't be picked on because like, well, he knows how to play.
Yeah.
It's that. And the thing is that, if you tell anyone that you do a martial art while you're in school, it's not like they're going to leave you alone.
Probably not.
No, they're going to want to test it.
Is that right? I didn't know this.
That's a problem.
That's what happens?
Don't tell them.
Don't tell them.
Because at that point, it'll be like, well, let's have a look and see.
Yeah.
Like basically,
it's
like,
you're learning.
I don't know if your Wu-Tang style can defeat me. That's essentially
How did that
what
work
happening.
out? Did those...
It didn't go well, bro.
No?
It didn't
come
go well.
at you?
No. But one day I did do some level of a crescent kick.
Okay.
In close to a person's face.
Whoa.
In a change room. And the reaction I got in somewhat good form, people back down.
Right.
That was my one moment.
You know what you need to teach a kid from a very young age? A backflip. Right? That would change everything. If you knew how to do a backflip from like grade 1 or 2,
yeah,
you'd be a whole different human.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
That's true.
If I knew how to do a backflip or a split, split can work against you too
Split
sometimes.
can work, but yeah.
But if I could do a backflip, like, oh, how's it going, man? Good to see you, bro.
This guy, like that'll take you at least all the way up until like grade 6.
Yeah, 6.
Grade 7, grade 8. If you start losing like footing.
Yeah.
You just go to a couple parties.
Yeah. Do
people
a
get
handstand.
drunk. Jump. Just do a jump.
Just do a jump.
Just do it. Just
you
do
don't have
flip.
to do it too often. Just do it like once a
Sparingly.
semester.
Sparingly.
Yeah. A couple of times a semester.
Who's gonna coach you? Right. You're a kid. You're gonna just spam that backflip button.
Yeah.
So
I'll be doing backflips when I get nervous. Like this works normally.
Yeah, see? So I feel like if I was really good at something earlier on, then maybe things would have been different.
That's true, man.
I don't regret it. It's fine. It builds you up to whoever you are right now, and then it is what it is.
I think, kids also find things that they take a lot of confidence in. Like some kids would be like, oh, I'm fast. And they take a lot of confidence in that.
Right.
Because there's some currency in being fast when you're young.
For sure.
But there were kids that are like, oh, I'm smart. And they would take confidence. But like everybody would shit on their thing. Everybody shits on somebody's thing.
Yeah.
Where I grew up because it's the inner city.
Yeah.
Because no one's good enough. It's just
but does anyone shit on like the wrestler or the football player? It's less though, right?
Like the bigger wrestler. Yeah, but that's like.
Yeah, but
that's like the 1%ers if you're on one of those teams,
yeah,
right?
you're sitting at the very top.
Yeah.
Your life in high school is a completely different life.
Yeah. It's true. Being part of a group is just, it could be band, theater, it doesn't even matter.
You think band Is this you
Oh,
think this
band is definitely.
okay.
You know why?
Wait. That's for like in America. Over here, band was not.
Band
was
is
not
one of the
social
most
currency.
dangerous gangs in any high school or middle school. They roll 40 to 80 strong. They have weapons on them. You get in a fight with like a drummer,
Yeah.
it's gonna beat the shit out of you with those sticks. They have skills you don't know. Plus, there's like always 8 of them.
Yeah.
There's 8 drummers. There's then the tuba crew. Like
Within
they all
the
roll.
group, there's a group.
Yeah, so they have like there's like a military unit.
You're just getting beat up by like the wind instruments.
Yeah, like oh no, the winds are kicking in. Here comes the drums. Like that.
And the last thing is the tuba.
Yep, it's all perfectly beat like a metronome. Like clack, clack, clack. Oh shit.
Oh man.
But
No,
yeah,
I wasn't part of
I was
that.
in tennis. That's exactly the amount of respect you think they would get is what they get. You're like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's like, what kind of tennis do you play? I play mixed doubles. What's that mean? Does that mean
Girls and guys.
you and a girl versus a guy and a girl from another school? Yep.
All right, wait, hold on one second. Hold
What?
on one second. You played mixed doubles.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means you played with a girl.
Yeah.
How does the Syed of back then, right? Who's a little bit less, whose filter could be described as a gaping hole.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
How did you deal with your teammate?
I'm great playing sports with girls.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm very supportive.
yeah.
But there's a girl on the other side, though. We ain't getting along. We are not getting along.
You were hitting it as hard as you can in that direction. It is a clear
so
weakness. Like,
I did that once.
Yeah.
And I realized that makes my partner a target.
yes.
Because that's the only kind of gentlemanly thing tennis has in mixed doubles. Like, don't smash the other girl.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you unlock that, then both girls are just going to get peppered. They're just going to get hit hard.
There's just two guys.
Yeah.
Trying to hit women.
Dude, yeah. But the girl I used to play with, Sadia, she was solid. So we figured out a strategy. But like I could play with a girl. I could play tennis with a girl.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to paint you in a bad thing. I was just trying to.
No, I mean,
you
you can say I had less of a filter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would. But like it's, you can always play with girls. It's actually pretty easy. What generally would happen is you just hit the other guy.
Yeah.
And then the stupid thing about tennis is that people get really sensitive. Like, why did you hit me? Well, like that's a point. So that's why I hit you, dumbass. Like they apologize even in like all these tournaments. When you hit someone, you apologize, and I pretend to, but I'm just like, what are we really kidding, dude? That's how I make a point. I hit you.
Okay. Explain this.
Yeah.
Is it not better for you to hit the ball where they won't be able to get it versus hitting it at the person?
So if you hit, let's say you're right-handed, right?
Yes.
So if you come right up to the net, and I gotta get it past you. The first place I don't want to hit it is toward your dominant hand, your forehand. Right here. The second place I don't want to hit it is to your less dominant hand, right here. The best place to hit it is where you aren't. But after that, if you are in really good position, then me hitting it at your body totally handcuffs you. Because it's not here where you already have the racket or here.
Right.
It's
So
coming right.
I'd
It's
have
just
to move my body out of the way for me to be able to get
Yeah.
my racket in the
Exactly.
thing. And it's very hard to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Unless you're just holding it like.
Right, like a friggin' ninja. Like you're just like a samurai over here.
Has someone done that? Where like he knows he's gonna get hit, flips it, puts his racket right in front of his chest.
People have done all sorts of things. What I was the specialist at is if a guy comes right up to net, I could hit the ball with so much topspin that it looks like I'm swinging as hard as I can because I am.
Yeah.
That it gives the rotation on the ball a topspin that it goes right over the guy and lands right behind him, and it would freak people out. That's why I was a double specialist.
Okay.
Because if you can make a ball, the other person just trying to read your body, and if it looks like, man, this guy's about to hit it really hard, they like plant their feet and get ready.
Yeah.
And it goes right over them and somehow dips like 8 feet behind them.
Man, I wouldn't mind.
The ball actually goes faster as soon as it hits the ground next than it does while it's happening because it's so much topspin.
All right. I'm interested now.
Okay.
Is there a possibility that you could take me out? We go play some tennis. You teach me some fundamentals.
Yeah, sure. I got 2 rackets. I got some balls. You can hit a ball with side spin where it like literally is curving
Yeah.
as it's going in. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I played semi-professionally. I don't talk about it. We don't. If you really look at how much I talk about tennis,
No, you don't
this
talk
was
about
a
it?
huge part of my life at one point.
Yeah. Why is it? Was there some dark times? Did you like?
No, I just done with like how often
You
if
dated
you're
a
bringing
girl,
up
she broke your.
tennis.
At this point, I hope this is like. I wish it was this story.
No, there isn't.
there was a girl on the other team.
Nah, sometimes you're just like, all right, there's no point that tennis comes up in conversation. If you're bringing up tennis, you're an asshole. This life story reminds me, the thing you're going through really
During the time
reminds
that
me
I
of-
was playing semi-professionally as a tennis player.
It's like when you get a set break and you have a cramp and you only have some water or something. So yeah, it doesn't come up.
Yeah.
It does not come up. But it's a great sport for like a kid. Just going back to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Tennis has absolutely no coaching, 0 allowed, and you're either playing 1-on-1 or 2-on-2. And for the most part, you're going to have to figure this out with either the help of your friend or just on your own. There's very few other sports that are like so cerebral. There's no corners in like boxing or other things. The person could be better than you. You figure out and you could beat them. And that can translate to a lot of other things. It's good to be soccer and whatnot. But it's like, yeah, kids like me. I'm not going to get beat up.
Right.
But the resolve that tennis gives you in terms of like, I can just rely on myself and like overcome an obstacle.
Right.
It's a little bit more different. It's a little bit different.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Let's see.
Well, whatever, dude. You can have those confidence growing up, right? Now you're doing jujitsu.
Yeah.
You can build a drone.
Yeah.
Right. Those things now, like somebody comes to pick on you, you're like, hey,
I
can build a drone.
I like how drone's somewhere on that list.
I don't know. It's one of your things. I just put it on the list.
5 years of weddings did not count.
Yeah. Well, it's like, are you like super confident about that?
I am super confident about a wedding.
I know, but it's not like, I don't know. This is a silly thing. As a kid, you can be good at just any random things and it affects you so tremendously.
For sure.
As a grown up, it's, you knowing that you can take photographs is not going to boost your confidence in a day-to-day. Yeah, you can, of course, now you can just pick up something and run with it.
Yeah.
But as a kid, you just don't have
it's not
almost
working
any
for kids.
confidence.
It's not working for kids.
Where you're just like, I need to actually have something I'm good at.
Well, I mean, my parents tried. They put me in karate. They felt that would have built confidence because that on the surface, like that's what it is, right?
Right.
Your kid learns how to, learn self-defense, and as a result,
yeah,
it should
karate
work. So,
looks like self-defense.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't fault him for that at all.
Why
and
else?
I'm pretty sure it's done some good, So it is what it is. Why are you laughing?
Because you're the one who did karate, and you're like, I'm pretty sure it did some good, and you shrugged your shoulders. You're like, probably did something.
I don't know. I probably did something.
Probably helped me at some point. I don't know.
Point.
Right? That's why.
I'm trying to. You know what? I probably should one day sit down and think about what do I think was some beneficial things from that.
Yeah.
You make a couple friends, but that wasn't really much of it.
It's interesting because I'm seeing my nieces and nephews go through this now, and my sister will call me because she hasn't read any books on this, and she'll be like, "Hey, what should I put them in next?"
Yeah.
My niece is doing self-defense. My nephew's doing just a whole bunch of sports and stuff. But yeah, when I think back at it, I'm like, yeah, these are the childish experiences I would rather not have had.
Yeah.
They were just wastes of time and very awkward and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But you had to do them. So yeah, I don't know if karate would be the one I would go with, but I figured something out. I think flag football or something if I had a kid.
Really?
Because I feel like he could luck into having a good play.
Yeah.
Confidence. Right? Like there's just enough happening that he doesn't have to be even that good. I just need him to have confidence or her to have confidence.
I feel like I would go basketball. Whatever is like a popular sport that's kind of safe, less impact, that type of thing.
Yeah. Well, what if your kid, is not good at basketball? You're just going to count on him being decent.
Yeah. If he enjoys it.
Yeah, if he enjoys it.
Or she enjoys it, then it is.
But if you look at him, you're like, hey, this kid's not good at basketball. Did you take him out so he can all right, let's put you in something you can excel at, or are we going to make you get good at basketball?
No. I mean, at that point in time, it's not a question of like take it, grind it, and go. Just find something that you like doing.
Yeah.
But like, there's also the thing of like, some level of martial art might not be all that fun in the beginning, but I feel like I would kind of push in that direction. Be like, listen, you can do this, but you also need to do this. Just showing up or whatnot, with the hopes of like at the very least learning something.
Yeah.
That's worthwhile.
You just need to send him to a school where they make it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as they have a baseline.
Hey man, the core classes sound hella fun when the instructors
kids are there?
when the instructors start teaching the kids.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's a lot more fun than the way how I remembered it. It seems great. Also, the smallest ones are like it's like trying to herd cats. Right. Like he would teach one thing over here, and you have like two kids over here doing some other weird stuff, like standing on their heads or doing a somersault or whatever. Guys, focus up, guys. And he looks over here, he tries to teach. It's really funny.
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
All right, cool, man.
But I would do that.
I'm gonna come out to your school.
Do that.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I think I'm
You're gonna do one of these things where you're like, yo,
dude, I've
start
been doing
smashing some fools.
the jiu-jitsu last 2 weeks in a row with Daniel. Felt really good. Gonna go this week as well, and then I'm gonna start rolling again.
Yeah.
I find that is good for my brain. When my brain will just have these useless conversations that aren't really gonna happen. Instead of that, I can just change jiu-jitsu moves together.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, I need to do that type of thing. Anyway, dude, is there anything else before we? By the way, that shirt has slowly grown on me.
Thanks, man.
It's very nice.
These buttons
looks super comfortable.
It is. It's getting cool outside. I want to wear a sweaterish kind of thingy.
Layers. All right. Before we go, okay, so this is going up next week. So in the week after that, any spots that you want people to come out to?
Yeah, actually, at.
Give us some dates.
The only date I have confirmed is Absolute Comedy on Saturday. Here's the thing: I don't have a time confirmed.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be going up.
All right, Absolute Comedy Saturday.
Yeah,
right.
Probably a shit time, but. It's spots are spots.
Whatever. Follow Syed on Instagram and whatever. He'll give us a little
and follow
update there.
Yasin and Mississauga if you see him, and say hey Yasin, and I'll say hey back.
I'll do all those things. All right, people. That is the end of the podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for loving us. We love you. Say it. Yeah.
We love you, bitches. What's up?
All right, people. Take care of yourselves. We'll be back in a week. Good night.